Frugal Babes Frugal Bobs, it's your girl Krazykerins, and I am so excited to be giving you a flip through of my debt tracker. Alright guys, before we even continue, y'all just need to hit subscribe like right now. Hit the bell icon so you know every time that I upload a video. And also, if you're wondering, oh my goodness, how gorgeous is that gallery wall behind her, you should definitely tune in every Saturday morning for Krazykerins. I am a first-time homeowner, and all of these projects I have been doing DIY, and I have been vlogging my experience. So this episode doesn't come out until January, but you're getting a sneak peek. So there you go, Krazykerins, Saturday mornings. All right, let's get into it. So this year, my friends, it's the only year that I am doing a binder. It is a limited edition binder, meaning you're not gonna see it in 2022, you're not gonna see it in 2023, and so on and so forth. I wanted to do something a little bit different this year because getting out of 2020 and getting into 2021, I was like, why not, okay? Anything is possible. So why did I choose a binder? You will have two options this year. You'll still have the soft cover like we had for 2020. It will be a different kind of cover or a different design, but it will be soft cover, it'll be spiral bound, but the contents of the tracker will be the same, okay? You're not getting, extra worksheets and whatnot in the binder. You're getting the same content. So what's the difference? I'm gonna tell you why I did a binder. For me, y'all, I was noticing that my debt tracker was kind of like becoming my portable filing cabinet, my mobile office, my one-stop hub for all things receipts and financial documents. I'm the type of person that I love to have my paper receipts. I know that we're like digital for everything on the planet, but there are certain things that I like paper receipts too, I like to feel them. And so when I was stuffing my receipts into my debt tracker, they were like falling off because there were no pockets. It was just a mess. So I thought, why not create a binder where I can go to, Staples, Office Depot, Amazon, wherever you get your office supplies from, and purchase, fun little binder accessories to help me keep all my paperwork in one place and still help me look cute and organized. So with that said, let's get into it. So once we open up our debt tracker, you're greeted by my logo, SM Frugal Mom, because that's who I be, y'all, okay? There are some simple directions, a little, love letter from my finances to yours, from me to you, some quick basic instructions to let you know how the debt tracker works. And then you're greeted by an abstract image that I created, okay? I am very abstract in my mind. I don't like literal images, even though what you're seeing behind me, these herb paintings, drawings. Aside from that, I like abstract art. I like things that aren't really anything. So what is this image? I don't know. It's whatever you want it to be, okay? But the reason why I put these abstract images throughout the tracker is for doodling purposes, guys. Listen, doing your finances can be ridiculously stressful and overwhelming. So I always like to add a page where you can just grab your coloring pencils and just doodle, just fill in the spaces, decorate it however you want to decorate it. I mean, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I like to. And I feel that after I doodle the image for a little bit, fill it in, I feel calmer, okay? All right, so you will notice that I've got some white dividers. These are really, really cool because you can write on them and erase and write on them again. So they are reusable, which is pretty darn awesome. Once you get past your divider, you are greeted by a page that reminds you of what month you are in, y'all. And then we get into our goals sheet. and our debt tracking sheet. I like to start the tracker with a goals sheet because it's kind of like that one page that gets all of your thoughts and all of your goals and your objective for the month, boom, in one shot. I like to put a minimum of 3 goals. You can do more, but for me, I think that having 3 goals is great. And having 3 goals sometimes can be enough. You don't have to do more. If you want to do more, that's you. But I like doing 3, okay? I also have like a financial to-do list. And then I get into the inspirational quote and a reflection. I think it's important to have quotes that inspire you, that motivate you, that get you in the right headspace that you need to be in to tackle your finances. And then we get right into the nitty gritty. We just gonna list our debt. Yes, okay, if you got student loans, car loans, credit cards, whatever, you list it here. Don't put your rent on here because with all due respect, rent is not debt, okay? You have to live somewhere and you've got to pay to live somewhere, whether it's rent or mortgage, okay? Or some type of like, you know, you're renting a room, whatever. Don't put rent, it's not debt, okay? Don't put your utility bills. You're gonna put down the debt that's miscellaneous, okay? Your car notes, your credit cards, like I mentioned before, this is where you list them. Then you'll see that it says previous, that's where you put previous month balance, and then your current month balance. I like to do this at the start of the month so that at the start of every month, I'm doing the same process and I can, you know, compare and see if I'm going up or going down, right? The last column has a plus or minus where you can say that this debt either went up or the debt went down. We're looking for the minus here, okay? On the bottom, I also like to keep track of my credit score. I use creditkarma.com, and I know a lot of people have issues with Credit Karma because, oh, it's not 100% accurate. It's a Vantage score, or it's not FICO, whatever. I use it for baseline data, period. That's it. I want to look at a trend. I want to see what my trend is from month to month. Is it going up? Is it staying the same? Is it going down? Etc. Then you get a task for the month in my tracker. I want you to think about something that is like a finance 101 type of concept. And it tells you here, so for the month of January in 2021, we are going to be getting to know our net worth. Yes, are you in the red or are you in the green, right? So I give you like a quick little lesson on what net worth is, a formula on how to figure it out, and then the task. So this is what you do throughout the month that helps you get into that finance type of thinking, right? I give you a notes page, so any information that you find from your task during the month and you want to take notes, you can do it right here. You don't have to take notes if you don't want to. You do what you want in your debt tracker, right? Let's keep going. I then have my expense trackers, and my expense trackers are for those everyday expenses that you sometimes don't realize are draining your checking account, but they are. I did really well at the beginning of 2020 with not swiping my debit card, not, doing all this extra shopping here and there. Did really well. However, things started going crazy after I bought this house because you didn't have a working kitchen. We didn't have this. Everything was in boxes. And, I was going back to McDonald's and buying Chinese food and going to Walmart 5 times in 1 week versus 1 time in a week. It was insane. And so sometimes you lose track of, all those expenses. So I like to write them here so that at the end of the month, I can see how much were wants and how much were needs. And you will be shocked sometimes when you see that majority of your expenditures were wants. Like, you didn't really have to spend that money. So that's what my expense tracker does for me. This is a new sheet, guys. Okay, this is the calendar. And so the reason why I incorporated a calendar into the debt tracker is because I enjoy seeing my bills written out on a calendar. I like seeing things kind of like span out across a full week, span out across a full month. I like that visual gratification, and I didn't have that in last year's planner. So I incorporated one for this year. Now the boxes are not gigantic, okay? Be patient with me. I'm not a graphic designer, and I'm doing this all by myself on my computer, okay? So I'm learning. But I think that the boxes are big enough that you can write down, you know, the name of the creditor or the bill, whatever. And then it's a one-stop shop. You can just see it in one glance. So that's new for this year. And the budget planner, okay, you had this last year, but I did tweak it a little bit to reflect projected and actual expenses, right? Because sometimes we project a certain amount. For instance, I project $200 a month for my electricity. However, so far, I've only paid $30, okay? And I have owned this house for 3 months. I've only paid $30. And you're like, how you only paying $30? You should totally watch my video on my solar panels. I'm gonna be giving you guys an update on my solar panels, but so far, guys, I have not paid a lot in electricity. Thank you, solar panels. All right, let's keep it moving. When you reach the end of the month, pad-ow, another abstract design, right? For your doodling pleasure. Again, if you're not into doodling, you don't have to do those pages. If you are, take the time, relax, and doodle. All right, so now for the fun part. I'm gonna show you the comparison charts that I have at the end of the tracker. When you get to the end of the tracker, you'll be greeted by a page that says Snapshot, Trackers, and Comparison Chart. I was so excited when I created these last year because I'm really big on being able to see at one glance the whole year. How did I do, right? And right now you're seeing this in November. This is what I'm gonna be doing for the month of December with my 2020 debt tracker. I'm gonna be finalizing my year. I'm gonna be seeing how I started, how I ended, and I'm going to be using that data, that information to kind of like guide my goals and my thinking for 2021. Like if you don't look at data in your life and you don't use that data to drive your decisions, then you're kind of just like living out of impulse. And I personally don't want to live an impulsive life. I just do this now and I just do this, and I don't really think. I just do it because for some areas in life, that's okay. For most areas, it's not okay. So here we go. All right, so the Pre-Tracker Snapshot, okay? What does it do? At the start of the year, you have to go through all of your debt. You're gonna list it, all of your credit cards, all of that miscellaneous debt that is giving you the only headache every month. And you're gonna list it here. Then you're gonna list all of your APRs, because if you don't know what your APRs are, that's a problem, okay? You're gonna list them all. You're gonna list your minimum payments, all of them, $25 here, $15 there, $27 here, $110 there. Just the minimum, list it here. And then you're gonna list the balance that account is at in January. You're gonna total it up, okay? Your total minimum payments, and you're gonna put the total balance of all of your debt. When I did this last year, I was shocked because I'm like, oh, I'm only paying two bills, my student loan and my pension loan. That's it. I'm good. But when I did it at the beginning of the year, I had noticed that just in those two things, and there was actually a third thing, and I can't remember what it was, but I know there was a little bit more. I was paying $1,800 on top of my rent and, my living expenses. What could you do with an extra $1,800 if you didn't have that debt? Yo, that's crazy. So this is what you do in January, okay? It's your Pre-Tracker Snapshot. Let's keep going. You'll also notice that I gave you two sides, right? Pre-Tracker Snapshot, I gave you 2 pages because I actually had someone last year tell me, I have more debt and it doesn't fit on the page. They were embarrassed to say it. And I'm like, y'all don't be embarrassed, okay? And I gave them an extra sheet. I said, who cares that you have all that debt, right? What we care about is that you're taking care of it, okay? So that's why I incorporated the second page so that if you have more, you can list it. Then we have our post-tracker snapshot. This is what you do in December, right? So this is what I'm gonna be doing now in upcoming December 2020. I'm gonna start finalizing my debt tracker from last year to see where I'm at. I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie guys, because I was doing so well and then buying this house, had to use my credit cards again, so I'm a little nervous, but I'm still gonna do it. And again, I gave you 2 of these, right? 2 post-tracker snapshots. Now a DTI. You're like, what the heck is a DTI? A debt to income ratio worksheet. So this is the pre-DTI snapshot. And what it is, it gives you the simple formula on how to figure out your debt to income ratio. It tells you what to list in terms of monthly income, your salary, maybe you have alimony or child support, social security, bank investments, pension, whatever, rental income, whatever income you have, you list it on this side. And then your debt payments, your credit cards, your car payments, your student loans, all that stuff. Again, rent is not debt. Mortgage is not debt. Don't put it there, okay? So once you fill out your income and you fill out your debt payments, then down here it will tell you, write out the total amount of debt, divide that puppy by the total amount of income, and it's going to give you your DTI, the percentage. Then you're gonna look up here and you're gonna see where you fall on the chart. If it is less than 10%, great shape. Get ready to go buy that house, y'all. If it is 10% to 20%, you're a good credit risk. The bank will be like, we think we can give them the mortgage. We can give them that loan. You're in 20% to 35%, it's questionable. You're in 35% or above, you are high risk and the bank probably is not going to approve your loan. Then we have our comparison chart. This is where we take our balance from the beginning of the year, all of our creditors, all of their balances, and then we get all the information at the end of the year, all the creditors and all of the balances in December. And then we just list them to see, this is how I started the year, this is how I ended the year. So this page, again, this is what I'm going to be working on in December. I want to see just at a glance. I'm all about, I want to see it at one glance. I don't want to have to thumb through a bunch of pages and 200 pages of statements. I don't want to do that. I want it at a glance. Okay? So there you go, your pre and your post comparison chart. And again, I gave you 2 of those. I gave you 2 of everything, okay? And then you did it. You got to the end. The tracker is very simple. I'm a simple person, y'all. I really am. I'm real black and white. I don't like to have too much hoopla in my life, but I do feel that the tracker is a good tool if you need something to help keep you focused, right? And you're probably like, are all the tasks, all the monthly tasks and all the monthly assignments, are they all the same? No. Every month there's a different task, a different financial concept that you're learning. So the first month happens to be net worth, but then there are different ones every month. I also have a Facebook group where we are small, but we are mighty, and we talk about different financial topics and we motivate each other and we post different things about how we're doing with our finances. And this year, what I plan on doing is that every month when we have that task in the debt tracker, it will be the topic that will hopefully guide our discussions in that group, okay? Something else that I wanna mention to you is that whoever purchases the binder will be receiving a gift, an additional gift. Yes, you're gonna be receiving a set of my Frugal Mom bags. You can choose the color, whether it is yellow or tan. You will get the set of 5 as an added gift. But, there's always a but. Because this is a limited edition, we haven't printed a lot of these, and I already have 2 of them on hold. So if you want this bad boy, then you need to place your orders immediately because I don't have a lot of these, okay? I love you guys and I thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to continue tracking debt with you in 2021. I am excited. I know that we're gonna break boundaries. I know we're gonna do amazing things. I know that we're gonna learn so many financial concepts and tools, and I just can't wait to do it with you together here on the Frugal Mom series every Wednesday night, and also in more detail on my Facebook group, which I will put all the information down below. Hit subscribe, hit like, hit that bell icon, and I will see you next time.